Dear viewers, thank you so much for joining me today. Today I've got to read on a few things. For one thing, with the impeachment hearings coming up in the Senate, I wonder if they are going to be having Mick Mulvaney, John Bolton, all those. So I'd like to know that. Let's see. We've got, we have Mitch McConnell saying that he's going to be working closely with White House counsel. So is that code for, no, guess what? We're not going to allow Mick Mulvaney to testify or John Bolton or any of the others. That's kind of what I want to know. All right, Spirit. So Spirit, let's ask for information that's helpful and accurate and along these lines. Will Mick Mulvaney testify? Let's ask that. Okay. All right. Two of Cups. Not the best card to pick because a lot of times that's been Republican support from Congress, support of the president. So I don't like that too well. The Hope card. But that means there's still some hope that perhaps the Empress. We're pregnant with that possibility. Oh, this is so interesting. So what I'm getting from this is that right now there's absolutely no intention of having Mick Mulvaney testify. However, the story is not over yet. There is reason to have some hope that could happen, that we could be gaining more information, that perhaps the Senate trial will have some substance to it. There's certainly that possibility. The possibility is growing. Of course, with these two cards, it's hard to say if this means like now or in time for the Senate trial in January, or if we still have the possibility growing and growing. So let's see about future. So we're going to call that the present column. Okay, so now let's see about future column, Spirit. Let's see what we get. We get the Four of Coins. We get kind of hanging on. All right. Okay, we get the Death card. Well, that's weird. It's like the two kind of contradict each other, don't they? Like hanging on, but then the Death card, the end. And we get the Nine of Swords. Okay. You know what I'm hearing? What I'm hearing is, okay, we should hope. This new beginning, this pregnant with the possibility of the new beginning just keeps growing and growing. However, right now, they are intending to bar his testimony. So, but in the future, however, the coming months, that really may not be realistic. I mean, that there's a lot of worries for Trump administration. Things are unraveling. That's the word I heard, unraveling. Like he's hanging on, but they're really unraveling with this Death card. Let me clarify the Death card. Yeah, but then we get the Temperance Angel. Like gradually. Okay, and in the future beyond that, we have the Eight of Cups. That's his leaving card. So there's that. Okay, and then we have the Page of Swords. Informant, whistleblower, spy, somebody on the inside giving information. And the Devil, bedeviled. He's bedeviled by who he's in bed with. Connections he's had, and I do think that's with Russia or other foreign governments that's the spotlight on this man for the scandals in his presidency is his loyalty to foreign governments and his questions about doing the bidding of foreign governments. That's going to be the overarching stain. And that is one of the main things the founding fathers were concerned about. So, Yeah, that looks good. That looks good to me. I mean, it's like, it feels inevitable. I mean, it feels inevitable. I just don't know the timing, but it feels inevitable that at some point he's going to have to go, but I do not know the timing. That's what remains elusive to me. Because it could even be that it looks like he's getting away with it for a while. But then it is indeed inevitable that this has to end at some point. This charade has to end. As much as the senators in the Senate, the Republican senators, are trying to gaslight and make it a whole different story, it's got to end at some point. All right, now I want to read too. The Supreme Court is going to rule on the release of Trump's financial records, and apparently that's going to be like in March or so. So let us see. Months or even into the spring. All right, let's see how that goes. They will have a ruling. What is the ruling going to be, Spirit? And you know what? As I say that, I am assuming that there will be. And there can be delays. So, Spirit, how about just show us information about this, how this all plays out? How about that? Okay. In the heart of the matter, we have the Empress again. Pregnant with that possibility. It keeps growing and growing. The possibility of a new beginning, the possibility of something new. Truth in government, maybe. Okay, the challenge is the Page of Cups. A little bit of good news. Sort of like all we need is a little bit of good news. Underneath it all is the 10 of coins. Unfortunately, we still have big money, generational money underneath it all. But then again, that is what we're talking about, isn't it? With the Trump tax stuff above, behind it all. King of coins. The wealth. Fred Trump. I see Fred Trump there. Sort of like there were problems all the way back to Fred Trump. It's like that. And that will become apparent when Trump's financial information comes out. Fraudulent stuff all the way back there. And then we have the 3 of coins. Above it all, yeah, he's going to be talking to attorneys, trying to block this, trying to delay it. That's why I kind of feel like, for some reason, I feel like there's a delay again. I do, you guys. Okay. In the immediate future, we've got the Knight of Swords. Oh, he's going to try to win this thing no matter what it takes, because this is desperation here. He knows his financial records cannot get out. He knows that would be terrible for him. And we still have the GOP, the 10 of Cups. We still have the family in charge in the Senate in the spring and the summer, which is not good. Page of Coins. Where he's gotten money from, where he's found his financial opportunities. Yeah. And also opportunity for security, outcome, 8 of Wands. Okay, so I feel like when it does happen, things are going to move forward very quickly. When it does happen, it's going to be like on a number of fronts. This is, it's moving to the end. Knight of Coins. Yeah, and there's the inevitability of it. There are plenty of governmental officials who are employed in bringing these things to light, correcting the errors, correcting the things that he's gotten away with. In the legal system, there's all these cases pending. So that inevitably, yes, it will come through. Just the question is when. But, okay, so I don't know. There may be a delay, but there is a little bit of good news. We're certainly pregnant with the possibility of getting that information. One more card, Spirit. Truth still wanting to come out. See, I just feel like, for some reason, guys, I got to tell you, I feel like there's another delay involved past March. I hate that. When what I'm hearing is not the best. I do not like that, but I'm going to tell you what I'm hearing. Okay. So, anyway, and that is, in the end, we're going to have our new beginning. In the end, we will have truths coming out. But, jeepers. The when. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so let us see. Is there anything else I wanted to... Well, let me just get a general feel for what's going to happen in January in the Senate. How about that? I'm really kind of... Nobody quite knows, are they going to be quick and get it away and, make a sham showing of trying this thing, or is it going to end up having some substance? Or are they going to, will the GOP use it to further their conspiracy theories? So let us see what that's going to look like. There we have that sort of truth. Again, that feeling of the truth is just begging to come out. Spirit would want the truth to come out. It's offered. Okay. The challenge is the Page of Coins. Yeah, the challenge is they want their new jobs. The challenge is re-election. The challenge is, what do we do that puts our election bids in the best possible light? What do we do to hang on to control of the Senate and perhaps the House and perhaps the executive branch? What do we do? So that's what the GOP is thinking of first and foremost. And so they may be thinking of blocking truth coming out. So really their efforts will be on that, is what I'm hearing. Underneath it all, we have lots of secrets under there. There are, look at them get the moon. There are lots and lots of secrets that could be coming out. In the past, we have the King of Wands, so that I almost hear the discussion. That's too bad the Democrats got the House. That's just too bad. We have to deal with Schiff. We have to deal with Nadler. The men, the Democratic dominance that's rising. We have to. Right now, they don't have dominance. They have dominance in the House, but they're just determined not to let. They are shaking in their boots, is what I'm hearing. They are shaking in their shoes about what happens if the Dems get the Senate, the House, and the executive branch. Uh-oh. There's things they want to hide. We have the Ace of Cups above because there's lots of dirt. Cup runneth over, that kind of thing. Sorry. And we have in the immediate future, we have regret. We have the Five of Cups. It doesn't go... I feel like they have this plan, like they're just going to... Yes, it's a sham. They're going to have a sham going on. They're really going to try to get reelected. That's what their mind is. That's what's first and foremost on their minds. That's what informs their strategy for the impeachment trial in the Senate. But there are some regrets. They make some missteps. They make some miscalculations. I do not feel like the GOP senators come out of this look and smell like a rose. I do not feel that at all. In fact, I feel like they end up taking a beating in some ways, in ways they hadn't predicted. Their reading of their own voters is not so great. They're always worried about Trump's base, but they don't understand there are a lot of Republican voters who would like to see this truly looked into. There are plenty of Republican voters who are, who are kind of open. If Trump is a skunk, they want to know. They want him out. They'd be fine with Pence. They're like, okay, well, whatever. But I don't think the senators are giving those Republican voters enough credence. I think they're misunderstanding the polls, because the polls don't always ask nuanced questions, such as, would you like to see Trump removed if he is indeed found guilty of something, or if it looks bad, or if, would you rather have a different Republican president? I don't know that the polls are that nuanced. And there was that Fox poll that apparently came out very recently, last couple of days maybe, saying that a good portion, about half of their viewers were saying they wanted to see the impeachment go through, and 54% were saying they'd want to see him removed if that was indicated. So, and those were Fox viewers. So I think they're misreading things, and I don't think that's going to be a good thing for them. At the root of the matter, again, we have Mother Russia. So, yeah, because I do think too many people took money from Russia and said, oh, well, it's disguised. It's actually coming from this pack. So do we know where it's coming from? No, we don't. But I think that's a flimsy kind of cover story that could be exposed if people looked hard enough at the secrets. Okay, and then we have the Four of Wands for the immediate environment, the White House. They're getting tremendous pressure from the White House. So this turns out to be a reading about where the GOP senators are misjudging things. That's what it turns out to be, because they are succumbing more to the pressure from the White House than they think they are. They'd like to think, Mitch McConnell, he would like to think he is simply making the right decisions to get as many of his senators reelected as possible. He would like to think that, but he's been moved off of an objective kind of stance through the bullying. So the outcome, Queen of Wands, oh my gosh, and there is Nancy. So, okay. So actually, I think the impeachment effort really backfires on them. I think they may look for a while like they're getting away with it, but I don't think I think actually it doesn't look good for them in the long run. And come election time, I feel like it does help actually Democratic candidates like House of Representatives and and Senate candidates in the long run. So that's interesting. What's the challenge in the outcome? Yeah, because there will be investigations ongoing. There's that King of Swords we see all the time. There will be investigations ongoing. This won't be the end of it. The impeachment trial won't be the end of it. There will be things ongoing that will, they're going to poo-poo this and poo-poo that, and then in the future, down the line, there's going to be more and more evidence come out that the problems were because there's still this other thing Trump is going to do. The third major problem, it will be coming sometime next year, will be exposed anyway, sometime next year. And that will then make the Republicans, what they said and did, look even worse than it does now. So there's something, you guys. I don't think this helps them with re-election in the fall, in a general sense. So, interesting. All right. Well, I just wanted to look at that. I think there are reasons for hope. That's why we get the star card. All right. Well, I thank you all so much. Take care. Bye-bye.